Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. You caught me. I was gas bagging. Levi, how are you, buddy?
It's so great to see you all
We
here.
love that
and
you've...
to meet you, Cicely.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
and
great
as we
to
know,
be here.
Cicely's back in on the chair because Miss Amber has the rest of the week off. But today's Friday,
Today's
so she'll
Friday.
be back Tuesday, I think. Who knows what's going down? Who knows?
Well, thanks for having me.
We love you
It's great to
coming
see you
up
again.
here. New jingles happening. Everything new is
Yes.
new again.
New again.
What's your favourite part? Now, Thanksgiving's coming up, but there was a conversation on The View the other day about when is the right time to start playing Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas.
Generally, I have to wait till November. That's the rule.
Okay.
But being that I had a brand new Christmas album come out last Friday, I'm encouraging everyone to break their general rules about that and
Oh,
go ahead
really?
and take a look at my new
Why
album.
is that?
Because I'm so excited to share what I think is like the best work I've done. And you know, it's just a very happy, positive Christmas album.
Exciting.
You know?
Okay.
Who doesn't like Christmas
No,
music?
but I have to say, but what is the right time? Is it the day after Thanksgiving? Is it the 1st of November? I'm saying I sort of have Mariah Carey on my phone
Already?
24/7.
Of course.
I like
But
All I Want for
Christmas.
Christmas. I love that song. And the Wham song.
Oh, wait, remind me of the Wham song.
Oh, gosh, I can't.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll see if
You're
we
gonna have
can
to
find
perform it later.
And
I'll
legally,
accompany
we're
him.
allowed to play 9 seconds of it. I Want You for Christmas, or is All I Want for Christmas. Last Christmas.
Last
I love
Christmas.
that
That's
song.
yes. Yeah.
See if we can find it. We'll
Yeah.
play it at the end of the break.
Yeah.
9 seconds only, though. Otherwise, you know, costs a lot of money. When do you start playing Christmas songs?
Mid-November, after
you?
Thanksgiving, around the time I put up my tree.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Alrighty. We
No,
think we
sir.
should get on with the show, everyone? Yeah. Alrighty, well, we just wanted to remind everyone that this Sunday is Veterans Day. We honour all those who have worn the uniform of our country. Now, this Veteran Day marks 100 years of the end of World War I to the day. Now, we have 3 staff here at WTVQ who have served. Doug, of course, who you know, from Good Day Kentucky, Doug High, and 2 of our other co-workers, Jerry and Denny, who you never see them because they're behind the scenes. And of course, as we found out this week, Cicely.
Yes.
I had no idea that that was your role, but you know what I did last night? I stalked you and went onto Google and just had a little look around. That's how I found out that we know some of the same people.
Yes.
Yeah. So just remind everyone, what was your role and how long were you in the service for?
I was a Master at Arms, which is law enforcement. I did 4.5 of active duty.
Really?
Yes.
Locally, or did you, not locally, but nationally, or did you go away?
I was overseas
Really?
and I was in the States as well.
Okay. And you have many.
Family
Oh,
members.
family members.
Yes, of course.
What are
Yeah.
your plans? Are they celebrating on Sunday, or I'm sure they'll be out doing something.
Well, we usually have a family reunion often where we go and see a lot of our grandparents or grandfathers and cousins and stuff who've passed on that were of service to our country.
Yeah.
Just make it a family time.
It's interesting because I want to ask you this, being Americans, in Australia there was a lot of conversation. I don't know whether you know who the Anzacs are from Australia and New Zealand, and they went and fought on the Gallipoli beaches and things like that. And there was a lot of conversation that they should get rid of the celebration now because the young kids don't know who they are or what they're about. So my thoughts are here. Do you ever hear that conversation is, why are we doing Veterans Day? Why are we doing Memorial Day? Because the young population that are coming through don't quite know the meaning?
No, never.
Oh,
Actually, it's
Yeah.
a big honor.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
a
But
big honor.
same in Australia, but there is that where it's not being taught about in schools.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very taught here.
Yeah.
Very taught here. And I think, too, Kentucky is a big armed forces state.
Really?
We have a lot of bases here.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we do.
I didn't know that.
Fort Knox, Fort Campbell.
Oh, you think I should know all that?
You should.
We should do some stories on this.
Google.
Madam. No, you're our gal. Alrighty. All right, let's move on to the next topic, everyone. Oh, before I get to that, there is an event on Sunday, I should say, November 11 at 1 p.m. downtown for everyone, thanking you for your service as well. So thank you so much, everyone.
And thank you for your support.
Alrighty, everyone. There's lazy and there's this type of lazy. Take a look at this gorgeous cat who decides to go down the stairs like a slinky. It's too lazy to stand up and walk down like a normal cat, so why not slide down? I'm sort of thinking, Levi, that might have been you on some mornings in New York.
After an 8-show week, yes, that looks
week.
exactly what a Sunday evening looks like for me coming home.
Oh my gosh.
That's
look,
cute.
you know I like to put in a cute little video nowadays because there's so much drama going on in the world, especially with this latest shooting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
nice just to let your brain rest,
Yes.
and these make me rest.
You have to. I mean, I just think our pets in general keep us in such a more positive state of mind sometimes with everything that we're going through.
Yeah,
And it's
I agree.
always great to come home.
I
and
just
see
love
something
that. When I saw it, it just made me laugh, made me feel good. Alrighty, everyone. Now, does your child have a smartphone? Are they too young for it? Overall, experts say it depends on what's going on with your family. Like you, as a parent, might want to FaceTime them when they get home from school because you're still at work. It also depends on how emotionally or developmentally ready your kids actually are. Another expert says make a tech contract which controls their screen time as well as their character, meaning, for the example, the smartphone doesn't turn them into a rude person. This is interesting.
It
Now,
is.
as a parent, darling, Cicely, how do
Guilty.
you... Oh.
Guilty.
I didn't even finish reading the story.
Guilty.
Okay, what are you guilty of?
They both have smartphones.
Your youngest is 4.
She's 4.
Why
yes.
does she need a smartphone?
There
Or a
are
phone?
some educational games that are on there. It's just the same as a tablet.
Mm-hmm.
The same apps are on a tablet. So why not?
I do find that my nephews who are about the same age are getting some education through having their Papa's iPad.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think it worries me because I think that kids, I would rather see them put it down and go out and play.
Of course.
I don't know what it
course.
was like
I
for
mean, I
you.
would
Did you
too.
grow up on a farm
Oh,
or anything?
yes, of course.
We
I mean,
were
we
out-
would build forts in the woods,
Exactly.
and we were outdoors
I
all
grew
the
up
time.
okay, didn't I? Thank you for backing me up. I'm like, I'm
Yes,
dead air.
yes, yes.
But like
yes.
today, it's raining, snowy days, can't always go outside.
Yeah.
So as long as it's something educational, of course, they are guilty, of course, of the YouTube kids, and they like to watch the videos and things like that.
Okay, do they have, is it a telephone that they can ring on, or is
Yes.
it just games? Okay, so your eldest is 7?
Yes.
Do you let them Snapchat and?
No.
Okay,
No Snapchat, no social media at all.
okay.
But they do call and FaceTime.
And what about their friends? Do you let them call so it's purely to call you?
Or my mom or my mother-in-law, things of that
Okay.
nature.
So I think it begins to be a concern from the social aspect.
Thank
When
you.
we begin to learn how to associate with people in such an abbreviated, quick, flippant sort of way, we forget general social skills, general
Yeah.
etiquette too. I think.
Understood that
Well,
as
here's
well.
the thing. I sort of now, I don't want to talk at night anymore. So I'd rather just text people, which is a problem, okay? But I don't know whether you've heard me on the show, I now FaceTime people during the day. So instead
Yeah.
of saying meet
Yeah.
up for lunch, saying,
Yeah.
I'll FaceTime you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There you
Do you know what I
go.
mean?
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can have my 15 minutes of conversation.
For sure.
You
And then
have
we're
that
done.
FaceTime.
I still have a wire phone, like an old
Shut
school
up.
landline
Wow.
phone that I encourage all my friends to call me on because I just love the feeling of having a real conversation, and it reminds me to just sort of measure my.
Please, I can see you sitting back with a turban on your head, having a martini, and be thinking you're Joan Crawford. Please.
Perfect
not
visual.
far off it.
That's a Saturday night.
Okay, tell us what you think. We put this story up on our Facebook page. Let's move along to the next one. Parents want to take care of their kids, right? No, that's true. Most parents do.
Yes.
Okay, and that includes making sure they're financially set up for success. So naturally, the last thing you want to do is burden your children with your own financial troubles. Now, I thought about this a little bit. We came up with 5 things within the study that came up. But it's funny because, both my parents have died just recently. They weren't a burden. But someone brought up in the production meeting, isn't there insurance that parents can have? This is not only while you're alive, but after, it's death insurance or something, where you can take out an insurance and it pays off your credit card debts and things like that. After, I know you have funeral insurance.
Right.
I don't know. Do you feel that you will have to look after your parents later in life? And is that an expectation?
Well, it's a conversation that has to be had early on.
Right.
You know, my husband and I, we had this conversation, and we did, in fact, take care of my father-in-law until he was moved into a nursing home.
Okay. What, did he move in, or you had people go to his home and things like that?
No, he moved in with us, and then he moved into a nursing home.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Well, it is my opinion that more and more these days that parents are actually in greater financial strain because their kids are staying at home that much longer. So we have a lot of kids who are still with their parents in their 20s and whatnot. So the parents' ability to sort of plan for the future is, I think, a little more challenged these days because they have to be a financial support for their kids much longer in life than they used to.
Well, here's the thing. In European day, okay, in the European way, not the day, you would look after your parents.
Yeah.
It's sort of the thing. You can go out to work and your nonna and your non come and take care of the kids. Then you come home and you all have the big family dinners and you're all either living next door to each other or all in the same house. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I take care of a lady that looks in my house in Australia. She's like a mama. She used to work for me 20 years ago. And she's 80 and I still every day phone her. And if she ever needs anything, it's taken care of within reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because she's likes a bit of a drink. She's the Joan Crawford of Australia, an old showgirl. But I do think it's nice that I think it's okay that if you have that conversation early on, that it's okay that your kids can help out a little bit later in life.
Certainly.
It's okay.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I've always sort of seen my family as just one big tribe that we take care of ourselves. You know, whoever can at the time. It's a mutual give and take.
Step up. Alrighty, everyone. Oh, hold on. We've got to tell everyone what it is. They're saying, I forgot about the 5 points. Alrighty, let's bring up them to begin with. Don't sacrifice your retirement funds to help your kids. Okay. Okay. Can you can you cash in your retirement fund, can you?
Early, yes, like a 401k or things like that in order to...
All right, number 2 is prepare for the major costs of medical care. True. What's number 3, darling?
Consider a long-term care insurance policy after the age of 65. You know, researchers say that there's a 50-50 chance that you'll need long-term care in the end.
Okay, I got you. And what's number 4, my
Have a social security strategy in place. You want as long as possible before you claim social security benefits.
Okay, and 5 is plan for the possibility. Look, we laughed at this one. Plan for the possibility of divorce. Listen, I just have a friend that just broke up after 30 years.
Wow.
And I just said to them, they're 70, and I just said this morning on the telephone, why? Is that mean that I said why? But I just said, can't you just live, in separate parts of the house? Or why do you have to go through this whole process
At 70.
of breaking up at 70?
Why not?
Really?
If you're unhappy, why live the rest of your life unhappy?
No, you're probably right.
I agree.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Look, I just look at it differently. I think 70, just who cares? Have a drink. You'll get over it. Do you know what I mean?
Stay on your side of the house.
Hey, coming up after the break, are your fingers ready?
They're always ready, yes.
Play and sing.
I would love to.
All right.
I would love
I'm
to.
excited.
Back after this. This one's going to perform. He's fantastic. See you in a moment.